Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Ohio Bobcats, taking on last year's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Bobcats will boot it away to start the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Ohio State's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run play action. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Listen, you can't make every play, you can't cover everybody, but it's really nice when you get the bonus of swatting the ball down and making sure that quarterback doesn't get a completion and doesn't get a big play.
They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. To the ground, he's got it again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Pulls and fires complete. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense.
Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Navarro. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. Let's see if the offense can overcome it. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Under fire. He'll breaks into the open. Good line on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First down here for the offense. Rides the back on the option to give. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To give to the big fullback. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose and no running room there.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Complete on third down. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. The Bobcats will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. So now it's 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Tate. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all over the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue...
Fires into traffic, picked off.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to the back. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. And the Bobcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. Trying to get behind the defense. The Bobcats need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. To the air, it's Navarro. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Bobcats will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. turning it on. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Gonna run it. It's Donaldson. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Give to the back. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Back to throw, it's Sayin. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for your quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Into the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Just drives it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Makes the quick grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They've got a chance to get out from their own end. 2nd and 6 from the 18. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. The Bobcats will try to pin them back with the punt. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Ohio! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Pulls and fires complete. Turns it on in midfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass, it's Sayin. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. And the Buckeyes are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. Bulldozes his way through. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Now on the counter. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. From the gun, the ground game. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And the Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the infield because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he can go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Back to throw, it's Navarro. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Bobcats will punt this one away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He's got it. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The Buckeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Catch in the middle, it's Tate. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on second down. Touchdown, Ohio State! Fit it in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Ohio U offense returns to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bobcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Navarro. Gets it out fast. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Back to pass, it's Navarro. Got his man in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Bobcats moving quickly to the line. The corners are walked up tight. second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jordan. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Bobcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Bobcats send out the punt unit. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll leave it with him. Got the first down and more. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out there inside the horseshoe.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me, too.
He stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. Looking for a man. It's Navarro. Floats it out in space. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. And the Bobcats line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He takes it at the 45. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
And that's a hard thing to do as a receiver, but because you want to catch the football and you want to get upfield and make more yards, but sometimes you got to realize, I just got to toe tap that thing. I just got to get one in, get the completion. That was a missed opportunity right there.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Not going to get there, not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And it's no good. And guys, this will stay a 24-point game. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll move the tight end. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the back. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. The Bobcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Navarro. Makes the catch. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. That's reeled in. It's Jordan. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Bobcats decide to punt it away. Takes it on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Rodgers. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The kick is on its way. Wants to return it. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. On the run, it's Rodgers. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Buckeyes line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's St. Clair. Makes the catch, it's Porter. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here comes the offense on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. The Buckeyes come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. A designed run for the quarterback. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses at it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
What a play by this defense. You got the offense backed up. You stay aggressive, break on the football, make a big play, and your offense is jacked up inside the 5-yard line with a chance to punch this in.
Takes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Brings up second and goal.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
Let's go, let's go.
Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He'll start the return inside his 5. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making the honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the run of the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body flows do add up.
They come to the line, facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Bobcats will call on their punt team. He'll take it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running into the open space. Past the 40. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. The Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the air, it's St. Clair. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pocket breaking down. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Holding.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And here comes the field goal unit. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. And this one is perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Off-play action on first down. Wide open downfield. At the 45 on its way. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Thrust that arm out. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, it's Navarro. Rushes on him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Bobcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Pulls it in. It's Hendricks. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Absolutely perfect. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. On the ground, it's Jackson.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there. Solid run on the last play, sets this offense up on first down. Motion from the back. Looking to pass, it's St. Clair. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They want that clock to run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Buckeyes will send out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Ohio takes over, the Bobcat offense heads to the field. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they move the ball down the field and
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Bobcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got a man, it's Williams. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Bobcats will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
The Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll keep it on the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. Looking downfield, it's Navarro. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Bobcats will punt this one away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Give to the fullback. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to